How do you get banned from the movies? Well,
Oh
with this
woo!
12-step guide,
This is gonna
you
be
too can get banned from
fucking
the movies.
Xerox, like Aris has ATP lore. It's gonna be Xerox channel lore.
There's
Chuck,
going to be some choice language in this.
Chuck, you
So
have
I
the
hope
floor.
your virgin ears are ready. I used to work at the movie theater. I got into an altercation verbally, not physically, with a coworker of mine, and then they asked me about it, and I told them straight up. I was like, they're just a fucking bitch. They're like, whatever, I don't care. Like, and they're like, I'm like, they don't do any work. They like nobody back there does any work. Like I'm like spilling the beans, spilling the fucking beans. I was like, dude, I'm doing all the work back here, and these guys are getting away with like having sex in the fucking fridge.
Was that true? Is that true information?
I don't know.
Fridge check. Oh jeez.
I didn't. I was sitting there like it was. There was people back there getting it. All right. So if you ever go there, don't eat any of the food, because there's food in the fridge, well freezer.
Round one.
So there's sex frozen onto that food, so you better not eat it. But anyway, so he's sitting there. I think the manager didn't like me because like I had like gauges, a nose piercing, and tattoos, and he just didn't like me just because he looked at me. Also because I made fun of him in one of the meetings. But
Gloss over that one.
yeah, let's gloss over that really quickly. I did it in a joking, lovable manner, you know. Like he was like, "Hey, who wants to help out?" And I like, nobody raised their hand, and they're like, "They give out candy." I was like, they were giving out candy to people to help, so I raised my hand and he threw candy, and I caught it, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And he's like, "Also, can you put something in the freezer?" And I was like, "Yeah, if you give me more candy." So he threw candy to me, and I caught it, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it, whatever." And I wasn't scheduled to be in that day. It was just for like we were all there for the meeting. So after the meeting, I left.
So you didn't put the thing in the freezer.
I didn't do what he asked.
I mean, how obvious was it that you were kidding?
Oh no, that wasn't what I was joking about. I was it's like I kept interrupting him while he was trying to talk and shit. I don't know. I was early. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
Dude, those kind of jobs, the managers don't care. Like they'll just fire people for shit like that. But that's not even the true story here. What is the true story?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting to it. I was just letting you know why he didn't like me already. But
Okay, set the scene.
So I've already explained that why he didn't like me. So now back to his fast forward back into his office where I'm getting getting the business. He's like, I tell him all that, and he's like, well, if you don't like it, you know, you can just sign this and you can quit. And I was like, did you just not listen to me, or like, I want you to fire them. I was sitting there, and he's like, oh well, if you don't want to be here anymore, you don't have to. And I looked at him, I was like, listen, if you're trying to fire me, fucking fire me, you little pussy. And then he was just like, what? I was like, listen, you keep saying if I want to quit, then quit. I don't want to quit. I'm sitting here and I was like, you're trying to fire me, correct? And he's like, I'm not trying to fire you. And eventually I just got so pissed, like I didn't want to be in front of this guy anymore. I signed the piece of paper. I was like, whatever. I didn't know that was me signing a paper saying I quit.
Yeah,
I thought
they do that
shit.
shit.
I thought that was me signing a paper that says, all right, I know that this guy's fucking firing me. He didn't he didn't want to. So I couldn't get unemployment. So I was like, oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why they do shady stuff to try and trick you. I had a very recent job where the manager came up to me and said, okay, I talked to you, blah, 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 told me some stuff, and then he's like, alright, so can you sign this? And I was like, are you writing me up? He's like, no! And then I was like, okay. He's like, this is a documented verbal warning. And I was like, okay. And I signed it, and then I went home, and I looked online, and it's like, you cannot transfer because you have a written warning on your record. So he just lied right to my face to get me to sign it.
Right.
And they do that shit. But continue.
On the way out, he felt it necessary to tell me I'm not allowed back in the building anymore because I called him a fucking pussy. So he said, you're not allowed back in the building anymore. So then I go, well, what if I want to watch a movie? Which is the only reason anyone would go in there, correct? Like I wouldn't go in there and just grab a coffee and sit down, right? Like if I'm not allowed back in the building, it's to not show me a fucking movie. So I was like, but what if I want to watch a movie? And he goes, well, I'm sure we can. And I said, nah, I wouldn't come back here even if you decided to start paying me again, you fucking faggot. And I ran away. So yeah, and that's like verbatim. Like that's why I wanted to keep it
So
word for word.
the thing about
That's why I'm not allowed.
good shit, Chuck. The thing about that is, a customer probably would get banned for saying that kind of shit just as well as an employee. So it's not. It's at that point you might not say he had a grudge
I'm
against
also
you.
not gonna get into a conversation
That
about them
situation's
being
not gonna
fired
come
from
up.
watching a movie. Like, sir, you're gonna get fired from watching this movie? Fuck you, bitch! All right, now you're really
Now you're
fired
banned.
from watching this movie.
Yeah, if you can get kicked out of restaurants for stuff like that, you know,
Yeah,
if it,
but,
well,
like,
when's
the
it
thing
gonna
is,
come up?
He asked me, what's going on back there? What can, like, how can we help this and anything? And I told him, I'm like, this is going on back there. They're not doing anything. Like, you gotta, and like, I was like, justice will be had. Like, finally, like, something good's gonna happen back there. Cause I've been fucking taking it in the butt back there. And like, yeah, like, I made all the foods. I would have to go on the register all the time. It's like I had to go from pretzels to pizza to fryer to pretzel to pizza to fry. I'm like, is anybody back here? Like, why are you getting blown and why are you on your phone? This is retarded, dude.
So wait, actual blowing was occurring. That's what I want to know, on the record.
Do you like free mouth sex?
I do, but
Totally
not at
reverse cinemas.
not at work, man. Come on. Well, depending on the job.
I would do. No, listen. I would do it at work. I wouldn't do it
In a food area.
I don't know.
No, yeah.
They weren't doing it out because there's cameras out there. They weren't doing it out there, but like, I wouldn't do it.
Well, okay,
If there was only
first
one
of all,
other person working, I wouldn't leave.
Here's the next
like
thing I
that.
want to know.
It takes me a while.
Here's the next thing I
So,
want to
like-
know. After that, was Lynch blowing Brian? That's the first thing I want to know.
I'm not gonna say yes or no. I'm just gonna tell you I'm not allowed to say.
Wow,
anything about it.
wow.
I told them I
Lord.
wouldn't tell him.
Wow, Lord.
Oh wait.